What's up, guys? This is Dylan,
And it's Matt.
and we are here finally with our first episode of the GoonCast. And well, fuck, dude, I don't really know.
Fuck, dude.
We kind of introduced it last week, which got a lot of freaking views. You know what I mean? And
Honestly, the feedback from you guys was
was tremendous,
astronomical. It was the most amazing thing ever.
No, seriously though, as we said last week, this is gonna be our weekly gaming podcast for now. Just talking about the weekend review and gaming news and just bullshitting about shit, and just games, man. And it's about it.
I mean, what better way to start it with the fucking Ghost of Tsushima game came out
just
today.
bash that name.
Yes,
so
I
hard.
did. And I'm gonna fucking
Ghost of Tsushima.
Yeah, Ghost of Tsushima. Yeah. So, what is it?
We're gonna get right into it. We got the review roundup over here, pulled up on our trusty PC.
Our handy dandy notebook.
Yeah, Ghost of Tsushima. I'm hype. I have not played this game yet. I'm hyped to play it. I'm still on my Last of Us Part 2 second playthrough because I'm a freaking simp, and I love that fucking game. But yeah, we're just gonna talk about the how everybody's treating it and what they think. So, Matt, let's begin.
All right. So basically, how IGN was said, it was like a Ghost.
I agree.
No, I know it's on IGN.
Oh, okay.
It's on IGN.
Yo, this is Growing Pains. We suck ass. So.
Mitchell Saltzman. I hope I didn't.
That's a made up name.
Mitchell Saltzman. Yeah.
Shout out to Mitchell.
Yeah. On from IGN. Ghost of Tsushima is an enormous and densely packed samurai adventure that often left me completely awestruck with both its visual spectacle and excellent combat. By steadily introducing new abilities instead of stat upgrades, its swordplay manages to stay challenging, rewarding, and fun throughout the entire 40 to 50 hours that it took me to beat the campaign. Holy fuck, that's a long campaign.
Last of Us Part 2 was like 30 hours.
Yeah. What was it, like 24 to 40, right? Or something like that?
Yeah.
Well, yeah. A few aspects are surprisingly lacking in polish in comparison to other first-party Sony games, like Last of Us Part 2. Especially when it comes to enemy AI and the stealth part of its hell/action split, or stealth/action split. Still, this is an extraordinarily... fucking botching the shit out of this. Extraordinary open-world action-adventure game that solves several issues that we have long gone unaddressed in the genre, while also just being an all-around samurai slashing good time. 9 out of 10. Bro, fuck me and botching the shit out of that.
I told you I should read it, but again, everybody, Matt
yeah,
thinks
well,
he
God
can
forbid,
read it.
bro, you read it, you're gonna start fucking like rap god.
Yeah, because I know how to read. Sorry. But anyway, no, I'm hype. Like I said, I haven't played it yet, so it's interesting because, damn, man, like, freaking Sony, man, Sucker Punch. Their last game was Infamous Second Son, which was 6 years ago. Right at the start of the PS4 generation, I actually bought that. Was not for me. Could not get into it. Not bashing them. I just couldn't. Infamous was never my type of game. But anyway, with The Last of Us Part 2 came out, holy fuck, a month ago. Like, I'm hyped to get into something far less depressing. Because that shit had me fucked up and still does. So,
yeah, you're what? Only on Abby's day 2? And you're 25 hours in?
Yeah, spoiler.
25 hours in? Holy shit.
Yeah, 25 hours into my second playthrough. It took me 25 hours to beat the game in my first playthrough. Then again, I kind of low-key rushed through Abby's section because I was pissed at her for a while. But the second time, yeah, I'm trying to get my first platinum, like we were talking about earlier. So I'm hyped, but this isn't about The Last of Us Part 2. Even though I can make it about The Last of Us.
I mean, it sucks for me because I do want to play these games.
See, this is the problem. Yeah, this is the problem with Matt. He hasn't played frickin' any of these. But again, I haven't played Ghost of Tsushima yet. I'm happy to hear that it's so different, man. And frickin' dude, are you kidding me? This game, dude, you're a samurai. Are you fucking kidding me?
Yeah, some of the shit from the trailer too that I was watching and some of the gameplay and stuff. That, dude, it's like a what is it? It's like a
It's a soul.
It's like a feast for your eyes kind of thing. Like that fucking just like riding through some of the.
I can't
scenes that
wait.
they've
I
shown.
have it sitting on my.
So good.
I have it sitting on my freaking PlayStation installed on my
What,
4K
like-
HDR TV KS8000.
Or like the
And
shout out Samsung. Or like the waypoints, the wind, right? It's not even like an actual.
yeah, and all this cool stuff. It's freaking the wind.
It's like
and,
you call the wind or
and
whatever. And it shows
birds
you where
and
you need to
birds and
go.
foxes lead you to like undiscovered locations. I'm like, what the fuck? No waypoints or anything. That's freaking dope, man.
That's fucking
And
sick.
but yeah, I mean, again, I hope another thing I hope to start doing is like reviews, for games. Obviously, we did a Last of Us Part 2 discussion. I didn't want to do a review on that game only because I didn't. One, I think it's perfect. No game's perfect, but I fucking think it's perfect. It's a masterpiece. But again, that shouldn't dissuade you from doing a freaking review or me from doing a review. But again, I just didn't want to rush in. At the time, it didn't feel right to do a review yet. But yeah, I feel like this would be some cool to start getting into reviews and start doing that and everything with all these games coming out this year. It's a huge freaking year for gaming. But anyway, yeah, Ghost of Tsushima, I'm hype. Now, I also saw, though, not everybody loved it as much as that dude, Mitch, over there. I think I got a good one from GameSpot, actually. And I'm curious to see if I encounter any of this in the game. Go ahead and read GameSpot. What was his name? Edmund.
Yeah, Edmund Tran from GameSpot.
Shout out to Edmund.
Shout out Edmund. Good man. The
Bars.
yeah, unintentional. The game hits a lot of fantastic cinematic highs, and those ultimately lifted above the trappings of its familiar open world quest design and all the innate weaknesses that come with it. But those imperfections and dull edges are definitely still there. Ghost of Tsushima is at its best when you're riding your horse and taking in the beautiful world on your own terms, armed with a sword and a screenshot button.
Dead ass. Shout out to photo mode because holy shit, I've taken so many freaking photo mode pictures of the Last Part 2 in this game. Looks even
Wait, hold on. I have like one more sentence. Allowing the environmental cues and your own curiosity to guide you. It's not quite a Criterion classic, but a lot of the time it sure looks like one. And gave it a 7 out of 10. But yeah, the fucking what was it? What did it say? Fucking armed with a sword and a screenshot button.
Dude, I'm seeing all these freaking screenshots, and like I said, I'm never gonna finish the game because I'm gonna be taking screenshots. Same with the Last of Us Part 2. Again, Last of Us Part 2, holy shit. But yeah, I'm hyped, dude, for photo mode in that freaking game. And I like it because, listen, GameSpot also gave The Last of Us Part 2 an 8 out of 10.
Yeah, man, they're not very...
Don't agree with that.
Like...
But I like this about reviews. This is video games, dude. This is subjective. It's art. Not everybody's going to like it the same. And I appreciate hearing the thoughts on it. That's what I appreciate. It's like, hey, why didn't you like this? And he puts up solid points. Again, I have not played this game yet. But from what I have heard, yes, it has its hot, just as AJ said, has its awesome freaking, its greatnesses and its weaknesses. And again, it's an open world game, so you're going to get into that like whole thing of, okay, there's going to be some freaking boring side quests, there's going to be fetch quests, there's going to be some shit you've seen before. That's just, at this point, we've had freaking open world games, man, for like the last 15 years, so I feel like, yeah, you're going to hit that 15-20 years, but you're going to hit that. But you know what, like he said, as long as the combat's good, like as long as the core gameplay is good, I'm hyped, the world looks dope, I'm so in. And this is the thing about Death Stranding too, is like that game did not get those great reviews, but I fucking loved it. Death Stranding, like that was my shit. Like, it's great game, but like I said, Ghost of Tsushima, I'm hype to play it, and I can't wait.
What was it? You were talking about the whole almost in a certain aspect, kind of like other open worlds, because Matt Miller from Game Informer said that Sucker Punch borrows from other open world games, but ultimately charts an original and creative course to craft a samurai epic of tremendous breadth and beauty. Gave it a 9.5 out of 10.
Yes, man. It's like,
shout out Matt Miller, by the way.
Everybody just has these. It's like, that's video games, dude, and that's why video games are special, dude. It's like, it's crazy. So many people can have so many different experiences, and it's like, if you love it, you love it. If you hate it, you hate it. If you kind of like it, you kind of like it. That's just it's not everybody's cup of tea, man, and it's like it's not meant to, the video games don't cater to one person or another. I feel like they're just made
Yeah,
the way the developers intended.
And with the games, you're not gonna, game developers aren't going to please everyone. It's not possible. There's always going to be something that a certain group of people doesn't like over, and there's always like another group of people who like that certain thing.
And that just comes back to like the single player versus multiplayer. Single player's dead, all this. It's like
single player's not dead.
But I'm happy to see Sony, man. Sony's out here. Tell me another. Okay, love Xbox. I'm gonna put this out here. Not starting a freaking console war. I own both, but I'm telling you right now, as of July 17, 2020, Xbox Game Studios cannot touch or even come close to PlayStation Studios. It's insane what PlayStation has built over the years with their first party, dude. It's fucking crazy, man. But yeah, man. That pretty much does it for me for Ghost of Tsushima. Only because I'm fucking ready to play it. But yeah, man, I'm hyped. So
I'm hyped to start watching some of it. I'm ready to start watching it. Unfortunately, I'm a lame ass and don't own a PS4 because I'm broke. So I'm not gonna be able to play it. But Dylan is, and yeah, good for you, Dylan. I'm happy for you. Dude, I'm glad you're going to be able to play it.
It's alright, Rocket League's there waiting for you.
Oh, yes, I love Rocket League.
Psyonix, where you at? I said Psyonix.
Yeah, Psyonix, where's the sponsor,
Alright.
Give me free shit.
Alright, let's get into the news of the show.
Other news besides Ghost of Tsushima. No, so apparently something appeared on the Microsoft Store called the Red Door. It's like Activision's first-person shooter, some mysterious shit. It's reported to be like the 2020 Call of Duty game.
Wait, just say the name of the article.
Yeah, God. Okay, goodness gracious. The Red Door reported to be Call of Duty Black Ops Cold War has appeared on the Microsoft Store. So I don't know why they would call it the Red Door though. I mean, it popped up on. What was it? It popped up on PSN a while back, and its ID tag was COD 2020 Int Alpha 1.
So read some of the information about it.
It's like...
It's in the article, right?
Yeah, okay, so the listing of the game confirms the product is 81.65 gigabytes in size, runs on Xbox One, features multiplayer, and is rated M for mature with intense violence, blood, and language. And
basically, dude, okay, Call of Duty is like the most leaked thing every year. This is fucking COD 2020.
That's all I wanted to get at. I just don't understand why they call it Red Door. It's not fucking hiding
the Red Door,
anything.
I think I have a feeling that's a code name for it. Obviously, they're trying to hide it, but the Red Door gives me signs of obviously the red. It just shoots back to the Soviet Union, and I think obviously the 60s, it's a huge fucking deal. Even from the first, obviously this is rumored to be a Black Ops reboot, and fucking Black Ops was so damn good. But the Red Door,
just give me a Black Ops remastered.
Yeah, the Red Door sounds like something related to communism, Soviets. That's what I'm saying. I mean, that's gonna be a big topic obviously in this game because that's how it was in BO1. I'm hype. I'm nowhere near as much of a COD fan as you are. I mean, Modern Warfare was multiplayer forgettable.
The campaign was good.
Yeah, multiplayer for me forgettable. Campaign was good. It was a good campaign. But I mean, on an honesty, it was a pretty forgettable game. I'm not saying it was a bad game. I'm saying the multiplayer was not for me at all. Not even gonna get into it. It's just multiplayer was not for me in that fucking game. Warzone, the best battle royale that COD has made, and I think I'm gonna say it. I think Warzone's the best battle royale in general.
Yeah, in my opinion, it was a lot better than Apex Legends. I have more fun on that. On Warzone than I do on Apex Legends.
I'm not gonna say anything about that only because Apex I didn't play enough of, so I'm not gonna say it's better or anything. I haven't really gotten into it, so I'm not gonna bash it. But for me, Warzone has been just more enjoyable. But I'm hyped for this. I mean, again, Call of Duty this year's Call. I don't know what the fuck's something.
Yeah, they went through some
wrong.
terrible development issues.
Yeah,
right?
Sledgehammer
and Raven couldn't get it together.
So now Treyarch's leading, and I don't know, man. I'm excited, of course, for COD. I always am. I'm always interested in playing it, but we'll see. I mean, again, we'll just see. I mean, I'm hyped though.
So the person who wrote this article was Alex Avard from Games Radar. He's a featured writer, so shout out to that guy.
Shout out to that man.
The other ones, so Xbox Games Showcase will be an hour of games. Yeah, don't expect a price or hardware news, none of that. Not happening, just games. It was like...
It's from Aaron Greenberg on Twitter. Through his post. You don't know what I'm saying, do you?
Yeah, I saw it. I was going down to who wrote the article.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, Connor Sheridan for Games Radar Plus, actually. So, Games Radar still. So Microsoft has set the Xbox Game Showcase for July 23rd, and Xbox marketing boss Aaron Greenberg is taking this moment to make sure our expectations are in order. A new tweet on his personal account confirms that Microsoft will use the event to show off games, just games, no new details for Xbox Series X itself, such as how much it will cost, when it will come out, or when we can get our pre-orders in. Fuck. This is after Greenberg admitted to Xbox may have set some wrong expectations with its event back in May. So, man, I mean, it's just going to be games. I mean, so, listen. It's just going to be games. No, so I know they're going to be doing Halo campaign, the Infinite campaign. They're going to be doing something on that. Like, that's already confirmed for one of the things.
Yeah, Halo Infinite's been teased for like 2 years now. I figured Halo was going to be here. They're already teasing it.
I mean,
obviously, games, I mean, that's what I figured. Halo's going to be there. The showcase, what I'm more excited about is what we don't know. Halo, I'm excited for. Don't get me wrong.
Oh, yeah, the new slip space.
We've been showing
engine they created for it.
We've been showing that for 2 years. I'm excited for the gameplay, but I'm excited to see what else they have. Because Xbox needs to step their shit up when it comes to, like I said, their first party and making it more diverse than just Halo or Gears. And I think Phil Spencer's doing an excellent job as head of Xbox and acquiring all these studios and everything along the lines of that. And I'm freaking hyped, man. I love my Xbox. I'm getting a Series X, not at launch. I'm getting the PS5 first, but I'm hyped, man. I'm happy that they came out and said, hey, man, this is an hour of games. And that's the way it should have been for the Xbox One. And that's why Sony did so well.
Yeah, the all entertainment system.
Yeah, so I'm fucking hyped, man. And I'm just ready to see what they have to show. And, you know, you got Hellblade and all these other studios now. And I'm fucking hyped. I'm hoping for Horizon 5. But I know it's going to be Motorsport 8, Forza 8, because that's the next in line. But I think also, though, Playground's making a Fable game. I was never big on Fable, so I don't really care. But I'm excited. Needless to say, I'm fucking excited. So, curious to see what Xbox has up their sleeve. And did I expect price? No, because I think it's going to come down to the wire, man, because I think both are going to be... my prediction is still $500 across.
Yeah, I was thinking at least.
But the 500. Series X, I could see it being $599 only because there will be 2 versions. The Series X and then Lockhart, which is going to be the cheaper, slightly weaker model, which is rumored to still be more powerful than the PS5, which we'll see. But I don't know, man. I'm ready to know the price, and I'm ready to put in a pre-order on both of these. But again, I'm not pre-ordering the Series X, but I still want to know how much it's going to cost when it's coming out. And same with the PS5.
Yeah, because unfortunately, we're not, we don't just have money to spare, so we have to save up for this stuff. So it's like, It'd be nice to know so that we could start saving because, good lord, that shit's expensive. Or it will be.
Regardless, I'm happy it's just games at the same time because games are great and it's just fucking awesome, really, with the showcase. I mean, that's cool. No E3, but shit, we're getting our mini E3s, so I'm cool. And yeah, I'm glad they came out and just said it, so we won't be looking forward to something like that and get our, our hopes dashed when it comes to the end, and we're like, well, what the fuck? We expected more, but I like that they came out in front of it and said, hey, just games.
You, Dylan, you come here and you do this. The news.
And no.
You read some of this shit. This shit puts me out of breath trying to read this shit.
All right, boys. So we switch perspectives.
So before we
switch perspectives.
We had to switch spots because I was getting out of breath because I'm fat. Trying to read this shit. Plus, I'm not as good as a reader as Dylan is.
All right. Of course, we're going to have some more Last of Us Part 2 news. And here it is. The Last of Us Part 2 had the biggest first month of any 2020 game in the United States. So, and shout out to different article. Shout out to Adam Bankhurst, dude, from IGN. Never heard of you, but shout out, man. Freaking writing for IGN. Alright, so Last of Us Part 2 was June 2020's best-selling game and has now become the 3rd best-selling game of the year, the 8th best-selling game of the 12th month period ending in June, and has the highest launch month dollar sales of any 2020 release to date in the US. Okay, this is a big fucking deal, because for one, fuck yeah, Last of Us Part 2 is a huge success, as it deserves to be, and holy shit, like, the 3rd best-selling game of the year, and it's a PlayStation exclusive. It's rated M. It's so fucking violent and just, it's female-led, Ellie and everybody. And it's like, what the fuck, dude? Hell yeah, man. I'm glad people are out there and they realize that Last of Us is something so fucking special. And it deserves to be where it's at. Also, another news, Last of Us Part 2 also was the fastest selling PS4 exclusive with over 4 million copies sold in its first 3 days. This is about almost a month old.
4 million copies in its first 3 days.
And it only trails Marvel Spider-Man for the biggest launch month for a Sony published game. That's nuts, dude. Spider-Man is the only game that topped this, and as you'd expect, in terms of a launch month. However, Spider-Man came out on September 7th. The Last of Us Part 2 came out on June 19th. So you're giving Spider-Man an extra 2 weeks. So in reality, The Last of Us probably had the biggest sales month if it would have came out earlier.
Technically.
But that's fucking dope, and it lets Naughty Dog keep doing whatever they want because they're the best developer in the world. And you can comment on that, fight me about it.
Yeah, if you don't agree, you can fight Dylan about that one.
Yeah. June 2020's best-selling games included, number 1, The Last of Us Part 2. Number 2, Call of Duty, Modern Warfare.
Everybody expected it.
Animal Crossing, New Horizons. Fucking shout out, Animal Crossing slaps. GTA 5.
Still out here 7 years later.
As I expected, 7 years later. Mortal Kombat 11. Red Dead 2. Fuck yeah, Red Dead 2 is pretty good.
Red Dead 2 is really good.
Ring Fit Adventure. You know what? Shout out Switch. Shout out to Switch because, you know what? That fucking system's killing it. I'm happy for Nintendo. NBA 2K20, Mario Kart 8 Deluxe at number 9, and rounding out the top 10 is Minecraft Dungeons. And that game was great too, man.
Minecraft Dungeons is good. It's just we fell out because of Last of Us Part 2.
Yeah, Last of Us Part 2.
We're not even done with Minecraft Dungeons,
dude.
We gotta finish that eventually.
But yeah, and overall, June 2020's track spinning across video game hardware, software, accessories, and game cards totaled 1.2 billion, which is a 26% increase from June 2019. Meanwhile, the Nintendo Switch was once again the best-selling hardware for June 2020, although hardware spending declined 17% when compared to June 2019, and that's to be expected. I mean, you have PS5 Series X coming out this fall. I don't know that many people are buying a PS4 Pro or a 1X, which that was discontinued early this week. Didn't even have a news. I should have got one on that, but yeah, huge deal, and I'm happy for the Switch. And again,
I found out it was discontinued in the what was it? The digital version also was also discontinued.
So the One S is the only remaining Xbox console. They're prepping for launch, baby.
Yeah, that's fucking crazy.
Well, that's a great segue into more Microsoft news.
Talking about Microsoft.
Yeah. So Microsoft to launch xCloud streaming free with Xbox Game Pass Ultimate in September. This is by Tom Warren over at The Verge.
Shout out
killing it over here at The Verge. So it's a huge deal. But anyway, let's get into it. Microsoft is planning to launch its game streaming service, currently known as Project xCloud, free to its paying Xbox Game Pass Ultimate subscribers in September. The xCloud service will allow Xbox players to play games on mobile devices or even start a game on their consoles and resume it on their phone or tablet. Xbox Game Pass Ultimate combines Xbox Live Access and Xbox Game Pass subscription, and starting in September, xCloud gaming streamers game streaming into a single $14.99 monthly subscription.
I know that struggle, bro. Don't worry.
All right. So first off, shout out to fucking Xbox. Like,
yeah, no, adding Project xCloud for free with Game Pass Ultimate.
I tested xCloud last year on my freaking Android, my Moto X4, before I got iPhone 11 speakerphone. And fucking shout out, dude. That shit worked pretty freaking good, man. And the fact that they're bundling in Game Pass Ultimate for $15 a month, which Game Pass, holy fuck, that service is amazing. Like,
yeah, you're actually saving. What is it, $15 a month for Game Pass and Xbox Live? But if you were to buy them separate, it was 20. Yeah, so you're saving $5, and now we're going to be getting xCloud for free.
Exactly, and Microsoft on top of that is promising more than 100 Xbox Game Pass titles will be playable on a phone or tablet when the streaming service launches. That's fucking insane, because this is the future, and Xbox is leading the way. You know, I will always give Microsoft props on this.
Real quick, like I'm sorry, Stadia. I was gonna hand it to you, dude. You seem like you need some fucking water. Jesus. After all that reading, Stadia. I don't know what's going on with Stadia, dude. Stadia is struggling hard. It seems like, anyways. I don't know. They could be doing really good, but I don't know. That's fucked. Yeah, Microsoft's really killing it right now.
I just think this is fucking crazy, man. It's just eventually we're gonna be at that point where, yeah, you know, you'll be home, you're playing whatever, Halo Infinite. Say, you know, and you're started a game and you're like, you know, you gotta go somewhere. Like, fuck, you're going on a car ride and you're just on your data, man. You just pick up where you left off on your fucking phone.
Well, your console has to be on, right?
Yeah, you just leave your console in standby mode, whatever. I'm assuming, or it just has to be connected to the internet. So standby, maybe. I don't have the specifics, but it's fucking dope, and that's awesome. And
yeah, from the picture that we're seeing, it looks like it's gonna release with a stand that's gonna allow you to connect your controller to your phone, right?
They already announced, yeah.
Yeah, it's gonna just to directly connect, probably get rid of that latency input with the Bluetooth connection. Because I noticed when you were trying it out on your old Android before you switched to iPhone 11 speakerphone,
Speaking of,
yeah, it seemed like it took a little bit for what you're doing on your controller to happen on your actual phone. From the maybe that was just
cloud on iOS will be limited, only because it's a battle over Apple's store policies and all this shit, but Apple's always been secure like that. I'm not worried about it. This isn't going to be a huge thing for me. Not really. Not until later, maybe.
Always been more of a home console player, anyways.
I love my TV. I love playing on my, but I fucking love this because a lot of people can't, or
no,
they just can't.
I think it's cool that they're still managing to bring some of it to Apple.
Yeah. And eventually it'll make its full way over. But to finish out this article, I just had a quote by Phil Spencer. Okay. Beyond the launch plans, Microsoft has greater ambitions with xCloud that go beyond just streaming to mobile devices. There's an ease of browsing and buying capability on xCloud that I find incredibly valuable today, says Phil Spencer. Many times, the first time I play a game will actually be on xCloud, so I can go and use it as my snackable trial experience. That's brilliant. What he's saying is, he's just testing out a game on xCloud before he even plays it on his console. That's fucking dope. Like, you don't even have to install it because it's from the cloud. It's cloud-based. It's fucking awesome.
No, and that's pretty cool too, because say you another thing is, say you don't have like a 4K TV or something, but you have a fucking, like your phone has like a 4K screen, and they support that, or they will be. You just play it on there if you really want cool. 4K and test it out, see how it looks before you fucking throw it over to your console.
I think, data bandwidth and phones, that's I think gonna be the biggest struggle, but we'll see. But anyway, moving on into Marvel's Avengers. All right, so
I'm still excited for this game. I really am. I'm excited to play the beta at least.
This is by Jonathan Dornbush. Cool dude who hosts Podcast Beyond on IGN and a Kind of Funny best friend. He's
Shout
cool,
out.
man. Anyway, Marvel's Avengers beta dates, second war table announced. This is an IGN first. So, since its unveiling back at E3 2019, Crystal Dynamics has promised a beta for the upcoming Marvel's Avengers. Now, finally, we know when that beta will take place. We can confirm the beta dates for Marvel's Avengers are August 7th for PlayStation pre-orders, August 14th for Xbox and PC pre-orders, and August 21st for an open beta across all platforms. So that's pretty freaking cool.
So August 21st, I mean, we're going to be like...
Oh, yeah, we're going to be going hard in that. I'm not pre-ordering this game. Like I said, I want to play the beta first, and I'm hyped for this game. It's just everything they show just does not look like I want it to. It looks just too fake. It's weird. It's weird. It just doesn't look like I want it.
It almost seemed like the fighting for a certain amount of time in the gameplay. It almost seemed like the fighting for certain characters was just a little too janky.
Yeah, it looks clunky. It looks clunky, and I know they're trying to... This is going to make a Destiny live service game. That's fine, too, but, like... I thought originally when it was revealed about, 3.5 years ago, that it looked like it was going to be, like, cinematic and story-based, but obviously
I thought it was going to be like a to two players co-op story-based, which is what I was wanting, and I was getting hyped, because that's what I thought it was, if I'm not mistaken, but I guess it was changed.
Sucks, but anyway, Crystal Dynamics will be hosting a second War Table presentation on July 29th at 10 a.m. Pacific Time to detail what players can expect out of the beta. Creator director Sean S. Cagg, definitely butchering that name, did tease that the beta will include a little bit of everything: campaign content, co-op missions, hero progression, exploration, and Warzone and drop zones. The latter of which is a new kind of mission to be detailed in the War Table. That's fucking cool.
Oh, so it is going to have single-player campaign.
Stuff. Yeah, it's going to have quite a bit of shit, it looks like, in it. And that's cool, and I like that. I want to see how this game plays and the progression. Combat. I just want to see the game. I want to play the game.
I'm not going to lie. I know that we were talking about how the game didn't look all that great in certain aspects, but, like, the way it's looking on the PS5 right now, that shit looks fucking sick, dude.
It does look cool.
Especially that one with Thor, man. That one looks really good. I just
hope, man. I have hope for this game. There's so many other good games coming out around this time, too, and it's like, this game's either going to do great or it's going to fucking
Or it's going to get shit on by all the other games. It could still be a great game, but if it's not something that seriously stands out, all the other games that are coming out are just going to trample over it, and it's going to get pushed to the back burner, and no one's going to even remember it, which sucks.
Year full of games like 2020, it's going to have to hit, and I think it's going to have to hit hard, and from what I've seen, it does not seem like it's going to do that. Again, I'm judging, but
I mean, we'll really get a taste for it in the beta for sure.
I'm hyped to play it. We'll be playing it next month, and we'll definitely report back on that. But I'm hyped, and I hope the best for that game, man, because I've been waiting and I'm anxious.
Yeah, I know. I mean, we've had all these, the Batman games from Rocksteady and stuff, and it's like, I've been wanting an Avengers game or something so bad. So I really hope this is good.
And I think Marvel's Spider-Man a couple years ago did it so fucking good. That game was amazing, and I just wanted more of that.
Yeah, shout out to Marvel Spider-Man.
I wanted more of that, and this isn't that. And so we'll see. But ending that and going into the next article again.
Talking about Spider-Man only being on PlayStation right now.
Yeah. On the Verge by Sam Byford.
Shout out.
Sony reportedly boosts PS5 production by 50%. Now, this is a huge deal because we're in a pandemic right now.
Well, I mean, rightfully so that they would boost it by 50%.
And again, it was hard enough for them to get it going. Again, this whole freaking pandemic. Anyway, let's get into it. Sony is ordering at least 50% more PlayStation 5 consoles than it had originally planned to ship this year, according to reports in the Japanese press. While the company was expecting to produce around 6 million consoles in 2020, Nikkei, I hope I'm saying that right, says that the figure is now at about 9 million, while Bloomberg says it could reach 10 million. That's fucking huge. If Sony could sell anywhere, this is quoting the console. If Sony could sell anywhere near that total number of PS5 consoles at the end of the year, it would mark a major increase on its predecessor. The PS4 launched in November 2013. Whew, yikes.
Dude,
and has sold through 4.2 million units by the end of the following month. That's fucking nuts, dude. Like, all right.
So yeah, I mean, it's rightfully so for them to fucking boost by an extra 50%.
Well, I think
Jesus.
that's them seeing the freaking just the hype building around the next gen launch, and especially the PS5, man, because PlayStation killed with the PS4, man. That console's killing it. The games on that are fucking ridiculous, and the fact that Sony is seeing that and saying, "Hey, we're gonna increase production because
you can expect,
they're gonna expect a huge thing."
Well, remember when the pre-orders for PS4 and stuff launched? How long did it take for them to for all the pre-orders to sell out everywhere?
Pretty quick and
to go off.
They both.
So I mean, it makes sense that they would do that, right? So that it would give more.
Yeah, and the PS4 sold 1 million in a day. 1 million consoles in a day. So I think this year's gonna be a huge launch. Even with this pandemic, man, people are crazy for next gen. It's like there's a lot of excitement around this upcoming generation consoles, and I think it's gonna be fucking awesome. And I can't wait, man. I'm just hype, and I hope they both kill it. And I'm hyped for both of them. But yeah, it's awesome that they're they're increasing production.
And with with both these consoles almost being around the same in terms of like power and stuff, it basically all just comes down to price and preference at that point,
Yeah,
and first party exclusives and everything like that.
Yeah, this comes back to the whole thing of
what
see.
console do you prefer?
Yeah, and we'll see. And we'll have to just wait for price and all this, and regardless, I'm fucking hype. So these next couple articles are a little old. We're getting into the week.
Page didn't load up. We started freaking out.
Yeah, these are slightly older. This is from 5 days ago, but not too bad. But going into it, Far Cry 6 release date has been confirmed by Ubisoft for February 2021. I included this in here because I know Far Cry is a huge deal for a lot of people. I played some of 4, some of 5, some of 2, and I know people are gonna shit on me for this. I never touched 3. I was just different time, man. That was like 13. I honestly was stupid. Had no idea what the hell Far Cry really was back then. But anyway, Far Cry 6 has been announced with a February 18, 2021 release date for PS5, Xbox Series X, PS4, Xbox One, PC, and Google Stadia.
Wow,
So that's cool. Ubisoft has supported them heavy.
Yeah, that's one of the first times I've seen Google Stadia as a title for launch.
But another reason I'm so hyped,
console for launch.
so hyped for this game is obviously the latest in the long-running series, and will take us to a fictional country called Yara, set on an island in the heart of the Caribbean, which is clearly based on some Southern American locations. The country is run by the president, Anton Castillo, played by Giancarlo Esposito of Breaking Bad and Mandalorian fame. Fuck yeah, this dude, oh my god, he's such a good actor. You've never watched Breaking Bad, which is a sin. Breaking Bad is, holy fuck, that show is amazing. And if you've seen it, you know. And Mandalorian, also fucking amazing. And his character looks so fucking badass. Yeah, I'm so hyped for season 2.
I need to get Disney Plus so I can watch
Yeah, well, this dude over here has not watched like anything. So, damn shame. But anyway.
Tisk.
Who you see in this first trailer giving a harsh lesson to his son Diego, played by Coco's Anthony Gonzalez. Shout out to that, because Coco fucking slapped too. But yeah, I'm really mainly hyped because Giancarlo is in it, and obviously the villains are never a huge part of Far Cry, which kind of sucks. But the gameplay's fun. I mean, if samey, it's a fun game. The games always look fucking awesome, and I always enjoy my little bit of times with them. I never get far in them. It's just weird. I kind of play for like 10, 15 hours, and I just drop out. I'm like, I got bored. But they're fun games. This looks really cool, and I know a lot of people are looking forward to it. So.
What was the only Far Cry game I touched was 5. I got like 20, 30 minutes into it, and I was like,
Yeah,
I just
it's
couldn't
not
get
for
into
everybody,
it.
and it's not
I
for
don't hate
everybody.
it. I don't think it's a bad game. It's just, I don't know. It just wasn't really for me. So
No, it's not for everybody. But super freaking, I am excited. Will I buy it? Probably when it's on sale. Again, not saying it's gonna be a bad game. I'm just not gonna buy it.
it's just
At
not one of
launch.
those that we feel inclined to buy it at launch. Who's the savage that wrote this article?
Shout out to Sam Loveridge for this article on Games Radar.
Hell
Good stuff. Fucking beast. That was a picture of Joel. If obviously you're audio listeners. So, well, wow, look at this fucking
Wow,
segue
to
again.
bring it all under
Full
back
circle, our
full
last
circle.
news article of the week. Again, this is 9 days old, but I wanted to freaking include this because this is a huge deal. I think we're less than a month.
Well, yeah, I mean, talking
from
about
Last of Us Part 2.
from
This is,
what was it, Drunkman saying something about
Yeah.
a possible new IP. So
but this is by Alex Avard over at Games Radar. They're killing it with these
shout
articles.
out Games Radar.
Naughty Dog is already hiring to develop a new single-player game. Naughty Dog confirms it's working on a new single-player game and, quote, next-generation graphics analysis, end quote, in latest hiring spree. So I'm going to read this whole article. It's not very long, but I think it's interesting stuff. Naughty Dog is already hiring for a new single-player game and developers who can work on, quote, next-generation graphics, end quote, less than a month after the release of The Last of Us Part 2. A job listing on the studio's career website for a level/environment designer specifically mentions single-player in its header, while another for a melee/gameplay animator states that it's looking for someone who can, quote, create compelling gameplay for our future projects, end quote. That's plural. Finally, a vacancy for a tools programmer confirms that new hire, quote, will be working on a new next-generation graphics analysis, profiling, and debugging tool in conjunction with our sister technology groups, end quote, suggesting that Naughty Dog has already started working with upcoming console, that's a typo, with upcoming console, the PS5, for its latest projects. The studio clarified in 2018 that it's working on a standalone Last of Us Part 2 multiplayer experience, a spiritual successor to the first game's Factions mode. But these new job posts suggest there's a lot more going on within the hollowed halls of its Santa Monica offices. Given that we've only just been treated to The Last of Us Part 2, it's unlikely we'll hear anything about these in-the-works titles soon, though The Last of Us 2 ending certainly doesn't rule out a sequel. Or Uncharted, the less legacy-style standalone expansion. Basically, don't completely reject the idea of a Naughty Dog reveal at PlayStation's next state of play. Now, this is a big one I kind of want to talk about, because it's fucking Naughty Dog and it's Last of Us and all this shit.
Yeah, I knew it.
But holy fuck, yeah, man, they're rolling right into the next thing, and whether or not it's a new IP or The Last of Us Part 3, no spoilers here about The Last of Us. We've already had our little discussion that you should definitely go check out.
Oh yeah, we'll probably put the link for that video in
it's,
the description for sure.
I've been watching a lot of interviews with Neil and everybody there, and he's he's dicey. He's we're doing whatever's next, bullshit. Typical game developer stuff. Of
Yeah, the
course,
same
you're not
shit
gonna
he said
talk
last
about
time
it.
when the Last of Us,
Yeah.
when the original Last of Us came out.
I love all of Naughty Dog's games, man. They beat the whole Uncharted series, freaking. Other than Lost Legacy, gotta play that. And I trust them to do whatever. Of course, I waited 7 years for Last of Us Part 2. I'm in the camp that I think there's one more story to tell for The Last of Us. And again, no spoilers. I'm not gonna say whatever, but I think there's room open for that, and for them to come back to it.
Yeah, it just feels like the dark middle, like the dark
Great.
ending for the middle, right? Out of like a trilogy.
Yeah. Yeah. Again, not
I
going
botched that description.
into any specifics, but yeah, it feels like a middle chapter. But yeah, I mean, Joel and Ellie's story, man. Yeah. I feel like it's interesting, and you need to check out Part 2. And yeah, I think personally, I don't know what they're gonna do. I feel like it's gonna be new IP. Then they'll jump back into Last of Us, a sequel to Last of Us. But then again, they could go straight into a Last of Us sequel, then a new IP, or again, they could do two separate teams working on two projects, which They did that for Uncharted 3 and the original Last of Us. They split into 2 teams, or one did Uncharted 3, and Neil and Bruce and all them made The Last of Us. So again, they could be going that route. But I'm fucking hyped for whatever it is. I'm happy to see that they're already hiring less than a month. They're getting back into that shit already. And yeah, I mean, again, it'll probably be 2, 3, 4 years before we see whatever it is. But I'm hype, and damn, I just can't wait to see what it is, because they cook up masterpieces all the time. So, will it be Uncharted? Will it be Nate's daughter? They said they're not going back to Uncharted anytime soon, but like, let's be fucking real. I would take an Uncharted 5 with Nate's daughter any day.
Straight up. What was it? Before
In The Last of Us Part 3.
In The Last of Us. Before Last of Us Part 2 came out, Uncharted 4 ended up being, what was it? One of the best looking games you ever.
Yeah, that game
played.
was fucking amazing. I loved the end to Nate's story and the introduction of his daughter. It just seemed like, you guys are hinting at something, aren't you? But again, I love the Uncharted series, and again, I'd love for Naughty Dog to do something new too, man. It's been since The Last of Us was a new IP, so I mean, it's been for some fucking years. But I'm hype, and I felt like that was a dope article to finish off on. And yeah, that's all the news we have for today, this week anyway. I know it wasn't the best format yet, but we're learning as we go. And it's only going to get better from here. I mean, right now, the next few months or so, it's going to be rough.
I don't know. It doesn't really help the fact that I completely botched the shit out of a couple of those articles. Those horrible.
I don't know. I like hosting, and I like reading about all this stuff. Matt, I'm not saying he can't read.
I don't read as fast as Dylan.
And like, I get into it very heavy. But yeah, guys, I hope you enjoyed, and
if you did enjoy, please like the video.
Holy shit, we're not done yet, actually.
Wait a minute.
We are going to talk... Again, hang with us, guys.
We're not done yet.
We are going to talk about...
We almost forgot.
But we do have some last few things.
How the fuck could we forget about that?
I know, man. Fuck. We did want to just talk about, some games coming out today. We're going to be doing this every week on the show. And for today, July 17th, we got Warhammer 40,000 Mechanicus. Interesting. On PS4, Xbox One, and Switch. Drake Hollow on Xbox One and PC. Ghost of Tsushima, obviously. On PlayStation 4.
Let's go.
Ultra Hat Dimension. Sounds fucking weird, but cool. On Switch. Starlit Adventures on Switch. Paper Mario, the Origami King.
Dude,
on Switch. I've heard mixed things about that.
Before you continue with the last 3 or 2? Okay, I had Paper Mario on the GameCube. The original, like one of the original Paper Mario games on the GameCube. So fucking fun, dude. That game was so fun.
They've been talking that it's like, this new one, so rip. Death Come True on PC. Fault on PC. And I on PC. And that wraps up the games out today on all platforms.
That's quite a bit out for today, actually.
Yeah.
That's a little bit more than I was expecting.
But yeah, guys, again, our format's going to get better, and we'll only get better at this. It's a learning curve, man, but I had a fucking great time again. I love talking about games, everything games, and it's fucking dope, man. And
I'm glad I was able to get some thoughts in here and there throughout the
yeah, Matt I don't know. I just start talking because I get into that shit, but Matt will come out of his shell, and I don't know. I feel like I've played more of these games than Matt has, because again, he doesn't own a PlayStation at the moment. It's hard, and unfortunately, he just does not devote the time to single player games. So
that is not true.
He beat the BioShock trilogy, and that was the last single player game I saw him play.
Dude, BioShock trilogy, really good. If you haven't played it, go fucking play it. Do yourself a favor, please.
Again,
it's really good.
Hopefully, within these next fucking soon as possible, Matt gets a fucking PlayStation 4 and learns how to
but I'm broke.
Be with the peasants.
Fuck.
But yeah, guys, Matt will come. Again, as Matt gets these games and can actually play these games,
I'm doing my best.
He will be more involved. But I don't try to talk over anybody. It's just, again, I've played all these games, and just Matt hasn't, unfortunately. But
I've just been a side character.
Yeah, guys, I had a great time, and I hope you, because you need to come check us out, man, because we're trying, and it's only going to get better from here. So, and we hope you guys are all with us on this ride. So.
Yeah, we really hope that you guys get to watch us evolve into what we are meant to be. No, but real talk though, if you guys liked the video, don't forget to leave a like, please subscribe, share it with your friends. It does really help out a lot. And yeah, this was episode 1 of the GoonCast.
Of the fucking GoonCast, guys.
The fucking GoonCast.
All right, guys. Stay safe, and see you next week.
See you guys.